Did you know that reading can be a real therapy for your mind? Imagine sitting in a cozy corner of your home, a book in your hands, the soft sound of pages turning, and the feeling of being totally immersed in a story. As you read, it is as if the world around you slowly disappears and daily worries begin to dissipate. Science confirms, this simple act of reading is a powerful therapy tool for your mind. Recent studies show that reading can reduce stress by up to 68%. To put this in perspective, it's an effectiveness comparable to other forms of uncompromising relaxation like listening to music or taking a walk in the fresh air. But what makes reading so special? When you start reading, your brain quickly engages in the narrative, and that's more than just entertainment. Reading a good book requires concentration, and this concentration acts as an anchor that pulls your mind away from worries. As you connect with the characters, stories, and fictional worlds, your mind enters a state of tranquility where anxiety and stress have less room to manifest. This process of immersion is known as flow, a mental state in which you are completely absorbed in the activity you are performing. During reading, this state of flow is easier to achieve than in many other activities. Reading requires you to slow down, focus on the words and details, which naturally makes your breathing slower and your mind calmer. This relaxation is a relief for the body and mind, contributing to the reduction of muscle tension and general relaxation. In addition, reading activates the imagination, transporting you to other times, places, and lives. This mental escape has a powerful therapeutic effect. By living different experiences through the characters, you gain new perspectives, and this can help to reinterpret your own life challenges with more clarity and less stress. Compared to other forms of relaxation, such as listening to music or walking outdoors, reading offers a deeper and more personalized experience. While music can provide an immediate sense of pleasure and relaxation, it does not involve the brain in the same way as reading. Walking outdoors, in turn, is great for the body and mind, but reading offers an inner journey, an introspection that often leads to personal insights and reflections that can have a lasting impact. Reading also contributes to long-term mental health. Keeping the mind active through reading can help prevent cognitive decline and improve brain function, working almost like a mental exercise. This means that the habit of reading not only relieves stress at the moment, but also contributes to a healthier and more resilient mind over time. And the most amazing thing of all? This soothing effect of reading can be felt in just 6 minutes. A study from the University of Sussex showed that reading reduces heart rate and relieves muscle tension quickly, being more effective than other common relaxation activities such as drinking a cup of tea or listening to music. This is because when reading, you are forced to focus on the story, diverting your attention from day-to-day distractions and anxieties, which naturally lowers levels of cortisol, the stress hormone. So, the next time you feel overwhelmed, anxious, or simply need a break from the world, try picking up a book. It can be a story you already know and love, or something new that arouses your curiosity. Let yourself be involved by the words, emotions, and the world created by the author. In a few minutes, you will realize that your body and mind will be lighter, calmer, and ready to face the challenges of everyday life with a new perspective. After all, sometimes the best way to disconnect from the world is just dive into a universe of words. Imagine that the brain is like a muscle. Just as you strengthen your body in the gym, every time you sit down to read, it is providing your brain with a valuable exercise. Daily reading is not just a passive activity. It activates several areas of the brain, improving your cognitive skills significantly. When you read, your brain is stimulated in many ways. First, reading requires concentration. You need to focus on the words, meanings, nuances, and underlying messages. This need for focus acts as a training for your ability to concentrate. Just as muscles adapt and grow with repeated effort, regular practice of reading strengthens your ability to keep your attention on a task, improving your concentration over time. In addition to concentration, reading is also an excellent training for memory. When you follow a story, you need to remember the characters, plots, details, and events. This constant practice of retaining and retrieving information works directly on improving short and long-term memory. Each book, each chapter is an opportunity for your brain to exercise detail retention, which ultimately contributes to a stronger and sharper memory. Another crucial aspect of reading is its ability to improve reasoning and problem-solving. When you read, you are often confronted with new ideas, perspectives, and dilemmas. The brain needs to process this information, make connections, anticipate outcomes, and often solve complex problems presented by the narrative. This process not only broadens your critical thinking but also enhances your real-life problem-solving ability, a vital skill in any context, whether personal or professional. Now consider the impact of all this on long-term brain health. Studies indicate that keeping the brain active through cognitive stimulating activities such as reading can help slow cognitive decline. Neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's are often associated with loss of cognitive function, but regular reading can act as a form of prevention by keeping neural connections active and healthy. Reading stimulates neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to adapt and form new neural connections. This plasticity is essential for brain health, especially as we age. Keeping the mind engaged and challenged with new information, ideas, and stories helps to strengthen these connections, which can slow the onset of symptoms of diseases like Alzheimer's. In essence, reading works as a brain training which keeps your brain agile, adaptable, and resistant to the wear of time. There is also an emotional and psychological component to reading that contributes to brain health. Books connect us with diverse human experiences, making us feel a range of emotions that go from joy to sadness, from excitement to fear. This emotional involvement is vital for psychological well-being and, by extension, for brain health. Positive emotions and effective management of negative emotions have been associated with better cognitive performance and a lower incidence of mental and neurodegenerative diseases. Daily reading, then, is more than just a pleasurable habit. It's a powerful way to keep the brain in shape, just like physical activity keeps the body healthy. Whether reading fiction, nonfiction, newspapers, or magazines, every page turned is a step toward a stronger and more resilient brain. And the best of all? There is no age limit to start reaping these benefits. So by adding reading to your day-to-day life, you're not just expanding your knowledge or entertaining yourself, you're investing in the long-term health of your brain. Keep the habit of reading every day, and you will be taking care of your mind in the same way that you take care of your body. After all, a sharp brain is a happy and healthy brain, capable of facing life's challenges with more clarity, agility, and resilience. Reading is like opening a window to new worlds, full of words, ideas, and feelings. Every time you dive into a book, it's like you're expanding your personal universe, not only in terms of knowledge but also in terms of vocabulary, writing, and your ability to connect with others on a deeper level. First, let's talk about the impact of reading on vocabulary. When you read, especially rich and varied texts, it is inevitable to find new words. These words are not just decoded. They are absorbed in the context of phrases, situations, and emotions that you experience through the characters. This makes new words become familiar, almost like old friends you meet at different times of your reading journey. Over time, this continuous exposure to new terms and expressions significantly enriches your vocabulary. You not only learn new words but also understand the nuances of their use, the difference between synonyms, and the richness of idioms. This expanded vocabulary is not only decorative, it becomes a powerful tool in your daily communication. You begin to express yourself in a more precise, clear, and effective way, which is essential in any area of life, whether at work, in personal relationships, or in social situations. In addition to enriching vocabulary, reading has a direct impact on improving writing. When you read regularly, especially skilled writers, you begin to internalize different styles, sentence structures, rhythm, and flow of ideas. These subconscious observations shape your own writing, making it more fluid, coherent, and attractive. A writer who reads a lot is able to create texts that capture the attention of the reader, convey complex ideas with clarity, and evoke emotions effectively. It also touches something much deeper: empathy. When you read a story, you're not just watching the characters, you're living their lives in some way. You feel their joys, their pains, their struggles, and their victories. This process of experiencing different lives through reading broadens your understanding of the world and people around you. Developing empathy through reading is one of the most powerful aspects of this habit. By meeting characters with different life experiences from yours, you get to see the world from a perspective that you may never have considered before.
This ability to see the world through the eyes of others is key to building deeper and more meaningful relationships. When you understand what motivates someone, what makes them happy, or what hurts them, you are better prepared to connect with them in a genuine way. Furthermore, reading different genres such as novels, biographies, short stories, and even scientific texts expands your worldview, showing that human experiences are diverse and multifaceted. This diversity of perspectives improves your interpersonal communication skills. You become more patient, more understanding, and more open to differences. This is crucial in a world where mutual understanding is the basis for cooperation and progress. Ultimately, reading is not just a hobby or a way to acquire knowledge. It is a transformative activity that shapes the way you communicate, write, and relate to others. The more you read, the more you enrich your mind and your heart, becoming not only a smarter person but also a more empathetic and connected person with the world around you. Therefore, the next book you open will not just be a collection of words on one page. It will be an opportunity to grow, learn, and become a more complete version of yourself. Reading, in its essence, is a journey into and out of oneself, where every word read, every character found, contributes to a richer vocabulary, a more refined writing, and above all, a deeper ability to understand and connect with others. Reading is like a portal to an infinite universe of possibilities, where your mind is the only limit. When you indulge in a story, something magical happens. Your imagination begins to work tirelessly, painting scenes, building worlds, and giving life to unique characters. This mental activity not only entertains, but also exerts a powerful effect on the stimulation of your creativity. In reading, your mind is not only a passive receptacle for the author's words, it becomes a co-creator of history. Each scenario description, every dialogue, and every emotional expression are translated into unique mental images that only you, as a reader, can create. If the book describes an enchanted forest, for example, it is your imagination that decides whether the trees are tall and shady or low and illuminated. You decide the tone of the characters' voices, the intensity of their feelings, and the details of the places they inhabit. This process of visualization is a constant training for your creative capacity. This regular practice of creating mental images, based on written words, expands your ability to think outside the box. Reading challenges your mind to consider new perspectives, make unusual connections, and explore ideas you may never have considered before. For example, when reading a science fiction story, you might get caught up in wondering what it would be like to live on another planet or how technology could change society. These mental exercises may seem simple, but they cultivate a more flexible and open mind to innovations. This creative burst that reading provokes can be applied in various areas of your life. At work, for example, the ability to think creatively is essential to solving problems and finding innovative solutions. When you train your mind to visualize alternative scenarios and explore possibilities through reading, you are actually preparing to apply this kind of thinking in real situations. Imagine you are facing a challenge at work. Thanks to your reading experience, you may be more inclined to seek an unconventional solution, something that others might not see. This is because reading has already accustomed you to see beyond the obvious, to seek new interpretations, and to venture down less traveled paths. The creativity stimulated by reading also has a profound impact on solving personal challenges. By reading about the experiences of different characters, you gain new perspectives on life and its complexities. This can help you find innovative solutions to everyday problems, whether they are related to relationships, finances, or personal growth. For example, reading about a character facing a moral dilemma can inspire you to approach your own ethical issues in a new and more balanced way. Also, reading often exposes you to genres and themes that may be outside your comfort zone, which is also a catalyst for creativity. When you venture into unknown territories, your mind is challenged to understand and absorb new information, which can lead to moments of creative inspiration. Whether reading about a different culture, a historical epic, or a complex scientific concept, your imagination is constantly fed and expanded, which contributes to a more robust creative capacity. Another important aspect of reading is that it offers a safe space to experiment with ideas. When you read, there is no risk of judgment or failure. You can explore absurd concepts, controversial characters, and impossible worlds without any real consequences. This zero-risk environment is essential for the flowering of creativity, as it allows you to experiment and learn from your own interpretations without fear. Therefore, reading is not just a form of entertainment or a way to acquire knowledge. It is a powerful tool for the development of creativity. By stimulating your imagination, challenging your mind to think in new and innovative ways, and providing a safe space for experimentation, Reading becomes an essential component for anyone who wants to cultivate creativity and apply in all aspects of life. Whether at work, in personal challenges, or in the search for innovative solutions, reading provides the necessary fuel for your mind to continue creating, innovating, and growing. If you study the lives of the world's most successful people, you will soon notice a common pattern. They all have the habit of daily reading. Great leaders, visionary entrepreneurs, and prominent personalities share this practice as an essential pillar in their routines. Reading is not just a hobby or a way to acquire knowledge. It is a powerful tool that feeds the mind with new ideas, inspirations, and knowledge that are fundamental for personal and professional growth. Exceptional leaders like Barack Obama, Bill Gates, and Warren Buffett are avid readers. They know that in a world that is constantly evolving, staying informed and inspired is crucial. For these people, daily reading works as a form of mental training where they continually expose their minds to new ideas, perspectives, and this constant flow of fresh information allows them to make more informed decisions, innovate in their areas of expertise, and above all, lead with vision and clarity. Bill Gates, for example, is famous for reading about 50 books a year. He believes that books are an essential way to learn about new subjects, explore complex ideas, and understand different points of view. Gates credits much of his success to his intellectual curiosity, fueled by constant reading. He doesn't just read about technology or business, but also about history, social sciences, biographies, and more. This gives him a holistic view of the world, which he applies both in his business and philanthropic initiatives. Another example is Warren Buffett, one of the most successful investors of all time. He spends about 80% of his day reading. Buffett once said that he reads between 600 and 1,000 pages a day when studying a new subject or company. He sees reading as a way of compiling knowledge that, over time, accumulates as an intellectual compound interest. For Buffett, this accumulation of knowledge is what allows him to make informed investments and make strategic decisions that differentiate him in the market. Daily reading also plays a crucial role in developing skills essential to success. One of the main benefits of reading is that it expands critical thinking ability. When you read, especially books that challenge your beliefs or present complex concepts, you are forced to think deeply, question, and analyze information. This process enhances your ability to critically assess situations, a skill that is vital for any leader or professional who wants to stand out. In addition, reading is an inexhaustible source of inspiration. Biographies, in particular, are an excellent way to understand the challenges faced by other people and how they have overcome them. By reading about the lives of great leaders or entrepreneurs, you may find that many of them have faced adversity, made mistakes, and still achieved success. These stories not only inspire, but also offer valuable lessons that can be applied in your own life. Another important point is that reading broadens the horizon of possibilities. By exposing your mind to different areas of knowledge, you begin to make connections between seemingly unrelated concepts. This kind of interdisciplinary thinking is what often leads to disruptive innovations. For example, Steve Jobs, who was an avid reader of literature and philosophy, often combined his passions for technology and art to create products that changed the world. His ability to see beyond the obvious and integrate ideas from different fields was key to his success. For those who aspire to achieve great things, daily reading can be the first step in turning that aspiration into reality. No matter what your field of expertise, reading offers a path to constant growth. It not only increases your knowledge, but also sharpens your mental abilities, broadens your worldview, and provides the inspiration needed to persevere in your journey. In a world where information is abundant but time is scarce, prioritizing daily reading can seem like a challenge. However, it is precisely this practice that can put you ahead of others. Dedicating time daily to reading, even for just a few minutes, is an investment in your personal and professional development. And that investment, as any great leader or entrepreneur would attest, yields dividends over a. In short, daily reading is closely linked to success because it feeds the mind with the tools needed to grow and thrive. The brightest minds of our time understand this and make reading an essential part of their lives. If you want to achieve great things, daily reading is undoubtedly the best starting point. It will not only open doors to new opportunities, but also equip you with the knowledge, wisdom, and inspiration to turn those opportunities into real achievements. Did you like this content? So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more health and wellness tips. And tell me here in the comments how many pages of books you read.